Morning, everybody. KIRP radio show, KIRP TV. I just wanted to, I guess I had something on my mind. Well, I was driving, of course, and I was just thinking about how people pick each other up. I was actually thinking about what kind of people hang together. I don't know why my mind went to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And then I thought about the people who were around him, specifically Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton. And this is not a political rant. This is not a racial rant. It's just me, just the way my mind works. So I thought I would share it with somebody. Somebody needs this, additional to me. I needed this. So I was just thinking about groups of people who were around each other that have became great to any magnitude. And you know, when you're doing something great and you're trying to leave a mark on the world, you're living through your legacy, the people around you, I'm sugarcoating it. Let me just say it bluntly. When you out here rocking, doing your thing, you ain't got time for everybody. You don't have time to deal with everybody. You ain't got time to always lift people up. You just don't have it. A lot of the times it takes every single bit of the energy that you have to be this whatever you are and to do whatever you're doing. So you ain't got time to get around the people that's in your circle or that's in your group and have to lift them up all the time. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm not saying that you won't, but I'm saying you ain't got time to pick people up that you're around on a regular basis, like the leaders who are rocking with you, your group of people, your crew, if you will. If I'm out here fighting the world or fighting the good fight, I'll say, because that means that there's a whole lot of things in fighting the good fight, if you will. So if you're out here doing whatever positive that you do and living through your legacy, you don't have time to come back home around your crew or when you get around your group to talk about what the next move is and look at the long faces that they have and see how down that they are, because they should be getting what you get from being around you and the conversation that you have and the plans that you're making together. Like, my crew should be rocking like me, right? I shouldn't have to uplift my crew all the time because they should already be on that level to bring me up if I'm the guy. And when they're the person, I should be able to bring them up if they're their guy or the woman, when they're doing their thing and the focus is on them and they're going out to do whatever it is that they do. And now I become a part of their crew. They're not going to have to come around and lift me up. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to exalt them. I'm going to already be on point. I'm going to already understand where they are and how they feel. And I know where they're going and I know what they want to do. So I'm not going to be the long face. I'm not going to bring my problems to the table. I'm not going to bring my stress and worration to that circle, because that circle is positive. That's the circle where you are invincible. That's Voltron. That's an old school reference for some of y'all, but that's like Transformers when you unite and make one big transformer, and it's like you're invincible. Nothing can stop you. That's how you have to be when you're in your circle. If you're in a circle and everybody rocking and they're doing their thing, let me tell you something. There's always a head to something. It just is. There's order. There's natural order. And when the head of your group, at any given time, it could be any one of you, especially in my circle, it could be any one of us, right? And we understand that. But when you're the head of something, or it's your time to be the head of something, or when you're a part of the group and someone else is the head of something, be as positive as you can be. And you should be learning what it feels like to walk this walk and talk this talk and to be a part of this great dynamic group of what you're doing. I don't have time to bring you up all the time. And if you're the person that's always down in your group, Always the person that has to be brought up after we finish lecturing or teaching or educating a group of folk, or going out speaking and engaging a group of folk, and then if we have to come back and lift you up too every time, you probably should not be in that specific group. You may not be ready for that yet. So it's important to know, and this is probably the meat of this 5-minute long KIRP TV thing that I just did. But if you take nothing away from this, just take away the simple fact that you have to, and it's so impossible. So important, to know your place, right? And to be comfortable in your place. And it's also just as important to know when you're in the wrong group. And when you're in the wrong group, it's no disrespect, but sometimes you got to separate yourself and you got to move on with like-minded individuals. So it's important to get with like-minded individuals that don't vampire you to death, that don't suck the life out of you. I guess at the end of the day, you should be feeling good off the vibe that I put off. We should be sharpening each other. And if you're not feeling the energy that those of us put off while we're putting it off, and you're a part of that circle, well, it's either two things. Either that energy ain't real, or you just don't get it. One love, y'all, man. Communication is the key. God is love. Love is God. KIRP Radio Show. KIRP TV. YouTube, Facebook. All over the place, man. Just search us out. Show us some love. We definitely love you back, man. One love.